Do you ever feel like life is out of control? You want to know how to get back into the driver's seat? Well, in this lesson, I'll talk about how to form powerful habits. You know, it's been said that we pretty much run our life on autopilot. In fact, they say 95% of the things we do throughout the day is autopilot. It is indeed habit. Well, what we need to do is we need to take those habits, turn them around to something more impactful, something more empowering, and then allow those habits to rule us. But how do we change it? Erasmus said that a nail is driven out by a nail. Habit is overcome by habit. So what we need to do is we need to form great habits. And sometimes we may have bad habits and we need to replace those habits. I like how Charles Duhigg, he said that habits are formed from cue, action, and reward. Cue, action, and reward. So what we have to do is we have to recognize our triggers when we are talking about habits. So the first thing we need to come up with is set a new routine. Have a fresh start. Use early mornings. See, we want to use mornings because that's when usually we're the most rested. That's also when we've already went over a lot of things in our mind throughout the night and we're just the most ready to execute on something new. Problem is, as we go throughout our day, again, we run back into autopilot. And so it's harder to incorporate the new habit. So you want to get a jump start on the new habit early in the morning while you have the energy, you have the mental alertness and the acuity to execute and get it done. Now remember, if you consider almost everything we do is automatic. The way you wake up in the morning, when you get out of bed, your morning routine, how you brush your hair, how you take a shower, how you wash your face, brush your teeth, everything is pretty much routine to the point we don't even have to think about it. We have to incorporate good habits the same way. And then those good habits will empower us and we will be in the driver's seat of our life. So that's step number one. Start fresh in the morning with a new morning routine to execute that new habit. Step number two. I like what this author, Brendon Burchard, said. He said to set triggers. Now consider this. We all have smartphones. And our smartphone is a tool, but it has been used simply for distractions. Now, what we can do with our smartphone is we set alarms, as Brandon has suggested. I think it's a brilliant idea. What you would do is you would set the alarm for your new habit. You would put one early in the morning, then you may put an alarm at noon, then maybe at 3, then maybe at 6 p.m., what have you. But on these alarms, when they go off, you do and execute your new habit. You want to name that alarm, that particular time setting of whatever the new habit you want to do. If it's go for a run, pray, meditate, whatever the new habit that you want to do, you have to remind yourself that you're going to do it. Or there may be something that you may want to avoid. Whatever that is, use your smartphone to empower you then, rather than distract you from the new habits you want to incorporate in your life. Step 3. If you can't change your cues or the things that cause you to react a certain way, you have to rechange your reaction. You have to change your response to the cues. So instead of, if you want to break a bad habit of maybe smoking, instead of giving in to that sensation of wanting to smoke and just lighting up, try taking a walk, drinking a glass of water, get a nicotine patch, chew some gum, whatever you have to do in order to avoid the bad habit. At least don't act on it and distract yourself and do something else, because obviously smoking can be an addiction, but it is also a habit. Okay, so you have to change your habit, change your reaction to the cues. Step number 4, kill the hesitation to a good habit. Kill that hesitation. Mel Robbins, who is the author of the book, The 5-Second Rule, has some wonderful insights into executing on something that you have an intention on doing. And the 5-second rule, in part, is exactly how it sounds. You take 5 seconds, make no more than 5 seconds your limit to taking an action. Meaning, you know that when you may want to get in shape, go to the gym, run, whatever it is, you want to get in better health. So for instance, you say, okay, tomorrow I'm going to go to the gym. That's exactly what I tend to do. Maybe you write it down. And then the next day comes and you hit the alarm clock again and again and again. No, you change that as of today. You change that as of now. So tomorrow morning, when your alarm clock goes off, you count 5 seconds and then you get up at that moment. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and immediately get up. And you can do that in other areas of your life. If you're tempted by a particular cue, 5 seconds and change your actions. Do something radically different. Just get moving in the direction of that new habit. Don't hesitate in doing a good habit. Number 5, identify yourself as the new behavior. For example, I am a non-smoker. I am a healthy eater. I'm a jogger. I'm a runner. Whatever the new behavior is, maybe it's just telling the truth. So, hey, I am an honest person. But identify yourself as the new good behavior and stop identifying yourself as the bad behavior, or I overeat because I can't help it. I am a big bone person. Whatever the excuse that you may have, whatever the story you kept telling yourself, stop identifying as the person who executed on those old habits. Start identifying yourself as the new person that you are endeavoring to become. Start identifying yourself as the person in possession of that new habit. Finally, number 6, be consistent and persist in your new habit. You know, some experts say that it takes about 21 days all the way up to 66 days to form a new habit. But what you can count on is this: the longer you go, the more you persist in it, it will be easier to get. Pretty soon you will be on autopilot. When I decided that I was going to work out, it was a long time ago, but then I made another decision. I said, you know what, I'm going to get up early. I get up at 5 a.m. and I started to do that, and it was hard at first. It was very, very hard, but I'm a self-starter, or at least I fancied myself as a self-starter, and I began to get up at 5 a.m. Now it's been a little while, and now it's not so hard. It's natural, it is routine. Oh, I have my days, you know, where I'm still a little bit tired, but I still get up. I use the 5-second rule, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, boom, and I get up. Now, have I fell back on it here and there? Yes, but it's a rare occurrence. You can do the exact same thing. You have to persist and be consistent in your new habit so it can be formed and solid, and you can insert it into your character, and pretty soon that good habit will be something that you identify with, and it will be part of the content of your character. Thanks for sticking around, guys. I got one more bonus tip for you: accountability. Be accountable to yourself and allow others to be your accountability partners. Be accountable to yourself. When you say you're going to do something and you want to jot it down and you just want to check it off on your list, then do that. Because you know if you didn't complete your new task or your new behavior, you can't really check it off on the list. Also, use others as accountability partners that can support you. If you say you're going to go to the gym, then tell that to one of your friends or someone close to you that already goes to the gym, because then they would expect to see you at the gym. So you will be less inclined to chicken out if they're sitting up at the gym waiting for you to show up. Whatever the case may be, just get some accountability partners who will hold your feet to the fire so that you can get this new behavior done. Like, comment, subscribe. Tell me which one of the tips were your favorite. And if you have a tip that can help others, please put it in the comments below. We can all learn from one another. And until next time, conquer with character.